it about whining multimillionaires that's so repulsive? Is it that they think they work so hard that they're entitled to hundreds of times what the average worker makes? Is it their petulant temper tantrums every few minutes because the president once called them fat cats in passing? Is it the fact that they're so self-centered and frankly dumb that they can't see that they're actively participating in their own downfall, whether through economic catastrophe or potentially revolution? I don't know, but this endless complaining about how they're being mistreated, despite their gluttonous wealth and kid-glove treatment by the government, is exactly the sort of thing that's beginning to make average Americans wonder if these people might be threats to democracy. Take, for example, this plaintive wail from a gilded billionaire explaining why the little people should be grateful for everything provided by their noble betters. He wrote, quote, "Capitalists are not the scourge they're too often made out to be. As a group, we employ many millions of tax-paying people, pay their salaries, provide them with health care, found new industries, fill store shelves at Christmas time, and keep the wheels of commerce and progress, and indeed government, moving," unquote. And to think they do this all for us, all by themselves. Why, it's a miracle they have time to spend any money. This is just one in a long string of hand-wringing speeches and letters from people whose billions have been growing like kudzu, while the rest of the country is clipping coupons for 2-for-1 deals at Applebee's. Just this week, we had the chief of J.P. Morgan Chase, Jamie Dimon, who is said to be on the short list to replace Timothy Geithner, by the way, sniffing that people are saying that success is bad and everyone who's rich is bad when it's just a few bad apples. Another, who clearly has a very ironic sense of humor, bemoaned the unfairness of his taxes, which he said were, quote, "more than a medieval lord would have taken from a serf." Thank goodness they will always have Davos and Aspen, where they can just hold each other for a while and have themselves a good old-fashioned cry. Apparently, these people are so narcissistic and insular that they cannot see just how obscene these words are in the current environment. But then that was exactly what got Marie Antoinette into trouble, wasn't it? The economist Joseph Stiglitz said it best, I think. He said, "The top 1% have the best houses, the best educations, the best doctors, the best lifestyles. But there's one thing that money doesn't seem to have bought, an understanding that their fate is bound up with how the other 99% live. Throughout history, this is something that the top 1% eventually do learn. Too late."